Hey, how's it going? It's Sophia here from Zen Guidance. I hope all is well with you today, and thank you so much for clicking on today's pick a card reading. So in this video, we're going to be looking at this message that needs to reach you by the end of today. So if you were drawn to this reading right now, this message was meant to find you. So all you need to do to find out what is coming through is to choose one of the three images on your screen. Feel free to pause the video here if you need some time. And once you've made your choice, you can go to the description box below, where you'll find the corresponding timestamps to your chosen pile. And you'll also find a link to my website, so if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, that's where you'll find all the information. Okay, so let's get into your reading now. Click the timestamp and I'll see you there. Hi Group 1. So let's take a look at this message that was meant to reach you right now by the end of today. What were you meant to know by the end of today? This card just flew, so I really feel that this is meant for you. Okay, interesting as it flew as well, we've got go the distance. So there's a lot of speed coming through here. So you may be feeling like you are racing towards something. You may feel like you are in a race of some kind, like the rat race of life. Okay, there may be something that you're really interested in, that you feel very competitive towards. Maybe this is connected to a job, or it could be connected to money, or it could be connected to love, okay? Something, maybe even physical fitness, okay? For some of you, maybe you feel like you need to run, you need to have a sprint, you need to exercise, okay? So this could be your message that you are needing to be on the move right now. Maybe this is also connected to travel. Okay, but again, I'm really getting that sense of racing here, which I don't usually get when I see this card, even though it makes sense because we've got the racing flag and then the cheetah moving very quickly. But yeah, it may be as well that you're feeling like you're in that place in your life where you are wondering, am I where I'm meant to be? When you look at the people around you, you look at your friends or family or people on social media and you wonder, am I reaching my highest potential? Am I where I should be? Okay, or maybe you're questioning that. Why am I not, further along than I should be? But I feel like you are being guided to not compare yourself to other people and to other people's journeys, because those are their journeys. This is your journey. Okay, you are exactly where you're meant to be right now. Okay, even in this state of movement, you are exactly where you need to be. Okay, you are in this state of flux, you are in this state of travel. Okay, oh, and we've had orphan that's just flown out here. Yeah, so you may be feeling quite down at the moment. You may be feeling alone, rejected, okay? Or you may be having these fluctuations of your mood a lot, where one minute you feel on top of the world, you feel very passionate, you feel very active, but then in the next moment you feel low, you feel sad, you feel depressed or lost in some way. So it's quite a sort of drastic mood fluctuation that I'm seeing here for you. But again, I feel like you are being guided to have compassion for yourself at this time, especially if you have recently gone through a loss or you've gone through a lot of stress. So this may be that you are needing to spend some time alone, because as well, spending time alone helps to catalyze change in your life, especially if you can really appreciate your own company. Of course, you can feel lonely when being alone, but again, I feel like a lot of it comes down to your mindset and seeing, what, I'm meant to be alone right now. Okay, I'm not going to be alone forever, but this is just a phase that I'm going through right now. So I do feel you are being guided to know that this is transient. This feeling, this low feeling that you have is not going to last, Group 1. Oh, then look, we have time to go. So again, movement, you may feel like it is your time to go. You may be feeling like you want to leave something. So whether it's a job, whether you feel like you need to relocate, okay, maybe you need to leave your home. So there could actually be actual travel on the horizon. Maybe you're going on a trip somewhere. Okay, or maybe you're just wanting to put space and distance between you and where you are, or you and a particular person. It may also be that someone has walked away from you recently, and that's something that you are currently thinking about, Group 1. Oh, just knocked the mic. Even in my energy, I'm feeling like this there's a lot of pent up energy within me as I'm reading this. And, I tend to embody a lot of the feelings that come through in each of the piles. And so, yeah, I just feel like there's this speed energy, which is giving me Sagittarius. It's giving me Aries energy, which you may or may not resonate with. But yeah, it definitely feels very quick. So it may also be that something quick is going to turn on its head for you. Okay, I do feel like there is a change coming, and I don't feel like you will necessarily see it coming, group one. Okay, then we've got the energy is gaining momentum. So that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? With everything else here, there is forward movement, okay? You are picking up speed very, very quickly. So I do feel like this is a very positive change that's coming in. I feel like this is growth. With the waxing moon, it's gaining light. I feel like you are gaining light, group one. You are gaining understanding. You are gaining more information and more clarity about where you want to go, where you want to be. You may even be looking at your life in like a 5-year plan. Even if you're not somebody that likes to plan that far ahead, you may just be looking off into the future and saying, this is how I want my life to look. On a daily basis, this is how I would want things to be if I could choose it. Okay, but then it's the daily steps that we take. It's the little bits of action that we take in the now that create our future. And if you're not sure about the steps to take, this is where manifestation comes into great practice, because when you manifest, you imagine being in that state, in that wish fulfilled, in that position. And once you've done that manifesting work, whether it's visualizing, meditation, whether it's affirmations or creating a vision board or scripting, you put it away, you let it go, and then things will start to happen for you. Your energy will shift, ideas will come to light, opportunities will arise for you so that you end up in that wish fulfilled place. Okay, so you will end up taking those steps in order to reach your highest of high goals. But you have to believe it first. You have to believe that it's possible. Okay, then we've got prosperity lies ahead. So new moon in Taurus. So how beautiful is that? That's what you are being guided to know. Prosperous times are coming. So however lost or down or low you've been feeling, just know that this energy is not going to stick. Okay, you are transforming. You are moving into a much more positive place. Okay, there's more money coming in. Okay, I'm definitely seeing you being abundant financially. So whether this comes through a new job, whether it comes through a windfall of some kind, okay, the windfalls can come through many different avenues. Again, if you believe they can, they will come. This could be a bonus that comes in. Could even be money that you're not expecting to see. It could even be like a rebate, a refund, something that you kind of forgotten about. You may find like an old check or something. Either way, I feel like this is going to afford you that abundance, that feeling of growth within you, where you feel like, yes, things are progressing, things are moving forwards. I'm getting what I want. And I feel like you're going to be able to buy some stuff here. I feel like being able to buy particular things is coming through very strongly. So whether you've been wanting a new car, a holiday, a house, okay, maybe it's possessions, like a new bag, okay, or I just heard plastic surgery for some of you. So whatever it may be for you, okay, whatever you've been thinking about that you want that may feel a little bit out of reach right now, I feel like you're being guided to really focus on those things, okay? Have them very clear in your mind. You don't need to obsess over them, just have them very clear, let them go, and then take those actionable steps to make it happen. And it will happen. I see that so clearly for you. Wow, I'm loving this reading so far. I hope you are too, group one. So let's see what else is coming through that you need to know right now. Spring, rebuilding, awakening, and rebirth. Look at those eggs, okay? Because what comes from an egg? A hatchling. And even look at the flowers, how they've sprung into action. So there is a new beginning on the horizon here. You are being guided to know this. New doors are opening for you, okay? This is not, your life is not going to look like how it looks right now in the next 6 months, okay? In 6 months, there are going to be a lot of changes, A lot of changes for you, group one. Okay, I feel like you've been harvesting, you've been doing the work, you've put in that effort, and you're going to continue to put in that effort, and you are going to reap the rewards of it. Okay. The seeds are, oh my God, are being sprung. Look at this. Then we've got butterfly, transformation, joy, beauty, and transience. Okay, and what do butterflies do? They emerge from the chrysalis. There's freedom here. You're going to feel free, financially free, free in the physical in terms of travel. I feel like you're going on a lot of trips, okay? You're going to be booking a long distance trip in the next 6 months. That's coming through very, very clearly, okay? Your whole soul is going through an awakening. You are transforming, and I feel like you're going through a glow up as well. We've got Venus energy coming through and beauty here in the butterfly. So I feel like, yeah, you're going to be looking better and better moving forwards. And I feel like this is part of you leaving certain things in the past, leaving behind what no longer serves you, getting rid of old connections, decluttering your space, getting rid of all of the stagnancy in your life. Okay, this is a new chapter awakening for you, and I really, really love to see this. Okay, because you do deserve it, group one. You do deserve it. And you may not always realize how much you deserve it, but I feel like this is what you need to tell yourself. I deserve this. I deserve abundance. I deserve growth. I deserve a positive change. Write that in the comments if you like. Affirm that to yourself now out loud. I deserve this. I deserve happiness. I deserve growth. I deserve change. Because you do. Okay, you need to know how worthy you are of this abundance. You need to know how worthy you are of this positive growth. And look, we've got the frog. Step into your power. Don't take a back seat in your story. It's time to step up. So yes, this is not your time to be passive. This is not your time to let the world pass you by. It is your time to actually make a step forwards, to take action, to get towards your dreams and goals. Okay, because again, like I was saying with manifestation, you can manifest and visualize all you like, but you still have to do the work. You have to take action towards what it is that you want. And I feel like this is you now, as you become more and more confident, as you realize truly within you what you deserve, you will step into your power. Okay, you're not going to take a back seat anymore, because maybe you have been feeling like, I just don't know what to do, and you've been feeling directionless. You didn't know which path to take, how to move forwards. But if you just start moving, that's when change will happen. You don't have to know where you're always going. Okay, you don't have to know exactly which step is leading into what. Say, for example, you get yourself a new job. Okay, this is just an example. That new job may afford you the freedom, the financial freedom to start making these steps forwards, to start purchasing the things that you desire. Okay, or it may give you more freedom. Maybe you change your hours, or maybe you're able to travel through the new job, which is able to take you to those places that you dream of. Okay, but it's like you have to, in order to get a new job, what do you have to do? You have to apply. You have to create a CV. You have to fill in an application form. You have to create a LinkedIn profile. Even if you want to be headhunted, you can't be headhunted if there's nowhere to hunt you. So you have to do something, even if it's just something small. I feel like this is your time to put one foot in front of the other, okay? And then we have Flamingo, Unity Heart. You are being called to work on collective healing. So this may also be connected to what you do for work, okay? Maybe you are an energy healer, okay? Or maybe you are a physical healer. You may be naturally a very great counselor, or somebody that a lot of people always rely on and get support from, okay? I feel like you are somebody that's always there for other people, but it's also your time to take support from others as well, because I'm seeing that with all of the flamingos here. There's multiple flamingos. So there are other people that can help you. So you're being guided to know you don't have to do all of this alone. You can ask for help. You can ask for guidance, even though you may not want to, and you may be very fiercely independent. You may prefer to do things alone, okay? Because you don't want to be a burden to other people. But you've got to think about it this way. if you end up getting some help from others and they help you to reach your highest of highs and your goals and your dreams, then you will be able to give back. Okay, because even when you think about like famous people or the super rich or celebrities, they will give a lot of money to charity. Now, we don't know their motives. Some people obviously want to give from the kindness of their hearts. Some will do it because it's a tax write-off. However, the effect is still the same. The charity still gets the money, no matter what the motive is. So there's still more help for the needy, for the sick, for the poor. And so as you've got such a pure heart, I know you want to help other people, but just see it this way. When you help yourself first, you can help other people after, okay? And you can still help other people along your way on this journey. But I feel like this is your time to really accept and maybe ask for help, ask for some guidance, ask for assistance. Maybe you need to ask for a loan. Okay, that was too many cards that flew out, but I did just see the energy of Leo, which is that strength, that passion. I feel like you are being guided to lean into what you are passionate about, and maybe that is helping other people. Okay, but maybe it's, okay, hold on. That one really wanted to come out here. Okay, so we've got the 5 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you talk yourself out of things a lot. I feel like you may say, you know what, I can't do this. I'm not good enough, or I'm not intelligent enough, or I don't have the right qualifications, or I don't have the knowledge, or I don't have the people. You may be saying, I don't know anybody that can help me. But the thing is, if you say to the universe, say, or to God, or to your spirit guide, say, please help me. Please help put me on the path to achieving what I desire. Okay, be as specific as you like. Please help me to achieve X, Y, Z. Okay, and they will help you. They will send that help. But you have to acknowledge the help that comes in. Okay, it reminds me of that story. I think it was, I don't know if it was in the Bible, but I feel like it's like a biblical type of story. I don't know. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But it's that story of that, I think that man in a boat, and he's sinking. And so he asked God for help. He's like, please send me help. Please send me help. And then like another boat comes along and says, you know, do you want some help? And he's like, no, God will save me. And then, I don't know, maybe another boat comes along and he's like, no, God will save me. I'm trying to remember the whole story, but I think the concept you understand. It's like he's not seeing that there is help there. These boats are coming to save him, but he's expecting it to come in a different form. So I feel like you are being guided to really acknowledge the help that is coming in. Don't ignore the help that is coming your way. Okay, and then we've got, that's the devil, but it's in reverse. Okay, Capricorn energy. So yeah, I really feel like this is your time to release anything toxic. Okay, to clean up your life in some way. Maybe this is cleaning up your diet. Okay, because what we put into our bodies makes us feel so many different things. And I feel like you're being guided to be very aware, self-aware, what you're putting into your body, what you're taking in, what you're outputting. Okay, it's like energy in, energy out, the inputs and outputs. Okay, who you are connecting with. Are there people that you're around that are low vibrational, that are bringing you down? Are there, you know, is there stuff in your house that you look at and you feel reminded of? Like you could have like a picture of an ex up or something, and say you're trying to manifest new love, but then maybe it's just even a gift your ex bought you and you kind of forgotten about it, but there's still that subtle reminder or that subconscious reminder that they brought that for you. Okay, so it's like clearing out all of the things that have any negative attachments or reminders for you. Okay, or going through your clothes and saying, you know what, this just isn't my life anymore, or this isn't the type of life that I want. Getting rid of those things. Okay, I feel like this is cleaning up your energy, cleaning up your space. And you know how it is in movies, whenever there's a scene in a movie where there's like a makeover or a big change, they're about to go through a big change. What's one of the first things they do? They declutter, they clean up their house, right? They clean up the house. Then they clean up their appearance, okay? They get a different wardrobe. They get their hair cut or styled, okay? They get new makeup, okay? Or they may go through counseling. They go through all of these different phases of this elevation, And so I feel like this is something that can get the ball rolling for you, in this movement. So say again, you're in this place of limbo and you're like, I don't know how I'm going to get to where I really want to get to. But you can always start with cleaning. Even if you don't feel like you need to declutter right now, just giving your floors a sweep, cleaning the windows. The windows are the windows of opportunity. And if they're dirty or dusty, it's harder for opportunities to come in. So give them a good clean, okay? Or focus on your physical health right now. Just do something where you're getting yourself moving. You're also shifting any negative energy, like yoga, for example. Yoga helps to shift energy within the body, okay? So this can be a really great way for you to, shift that energy. Sorry, I was just looking for I was going to use my Astro dice, but I've thought I haven't used the fishbowl in a while, have I? So let's take a look at the fishbowl messages. But yeah, do some yoga, do some movement, do some clearing out, whatever it may be, just get yourself moving. That's one of the strongest messages of today for you that you needed to hear, okay? So we also have, speak your truth, okay? So speak your truth. So maybe there's somebody that you feel you need to be honest with, you've been holding back from. This may be about speaking your truth to yourself, being more authentic, saying to yourself, you know what, this is what I need, or this is not what I need anymore, or this is what I need to do. Again, I feel like your speaking voice is very powerful, and it might actually be a way that you manifest things very easily by saying it out loud. So say out loud now all of the things that you want, what you desire. Say that you have them now. Say, I have the house I desire. I have the body that I desire. I have the partnership that I want and I deserve. Okay, or write them down in the comments. Writing, speaking seems to be very clear. Okay, so we've got open emotions. So this is where I feel like you are very sensitive. Okay, I feel like your emotions are very fluid. Again, there's this up and down coming through here. So you may be noticing these highs and lows a lot at the moment. But I also feel like this is why you're being guided to be careful about who you are connected with, because you may be surrounded with people that are very low vibrational and you are taking on that energy. So you are being guided to be careful about that right now. Okay, but also like you may need to protect yourself, because say you work with people that are poorly in some way, you may need to protect yourself with, say, like, some sort of black crystal, like a black tourmaline. Keep that on your person and wear it as a bracelet, or imagine yourself in a bubble. If you have to spend time with certain people that are low vibrational, protect yourself. That's what you're being guided to know. And if you can let yourself not be in those situations, then do that. You have to protect your energy above all else right now. We've got curly hair. That's interesting. So maybe that's about, again, changing your look. Maybe you have curly hair and you feel like maybe I'm going to straighten it for a while. Or maybe you always straighten your hair and you feel like I'm going to let my natural curls flow. Okay, so maybe changing up your hair, again, can change your vibration. Because again, it's how you feel when you look in the mirror, when you walk down the street. Sometimes it's like just those little changes that can make a big difference. But it may also be that there's somebody with curly hair that seems to be very prominent in your life in some way. So just something to note, okay? Maybe it's a curly haired person that's going to come in and help you or offer some guidance. We've got fitness instructor, which, I'm not surprised to see, because fitness, obviously there's movement, physical activity, which has definitely come through very strongly here. You are being guided to focus on your health, your fitness, maybe even hiring a fitness instructor may be something good for you if it's not something you're too familiar with. And then we have walk away with your head held high. So that makes sense too. Okay, again, walk away from anything or anyone that no longer serves you. And you can do it with grace. You can do it with kindness. Okay, you don't have to do it in a mean way or in an abrupt way. You can do it in a way that feels right for you. Okay, and you can do it in such a way where you do get to hold your head up, where you feel strong, where you feel confident about your decisions to walk away and let go. So group one, I really do hope that this resonates with you. If it does, please do feel free to let me know in the comments. Comment a red heart emoji or anything else you wish to share. Or like I said, feel free to use this comment section to write out your manifestations, okay? Write out your affirmations, write out what you desire. Imagine living in the wish fulfilled. Okay, and liking the video and subscribing to my channel really does show your energetic support, so I very much appreciate it. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, the link to my website is below. I do hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye for now. Hi Group 2. So let's take a look at the message you need to hear by the end of today. Okay, so, we've had one jump out here. So we have a community. So what do you need to hear right now by the end of today? Now, okay, we've got loyal heart. I was going to say the number 8 is standing out to me very, very clearly here. And so I do feel like this is connected to some kind of cycle, something that's going round in circles here. But then also 8 is like the infinity number. Okay, and then the fact that we've got loyal heart coming through. I feel like you are somebody that is very loyal and that you feel like you have this loyalty to another person, but you also feel like this person has that loyalty to you. Okay, or maybe this is something that you need to know. You may be wondering whether somebody feels loyal to you, but I do get that sense that they are. Okay, but you may feel like there's some sort of interference. Okay, with the community card, someone here could be a single parent. Okay, this could be related to a child, either yours or someone else's. Okay, or maybe that your ideas of your future could be different. One of you wants children, the other one doesn't. That could also be something that's coming through here. But yeah, I do feel you are being guided to know here that there is reciprocal feelings coming through. There is somebody that you care about very deeply, and they also feel the same way about you. And with the Here and Now card, I feel like you are being guided to find some peace in this situation. Even though it may not always feel very peaceful, you may struggle at times with this. Okay, you may be struggling with anxiety or depression, or constantly questioning where this is going, where it's leading. But I feel like you are being guided to hold back a little bit, to refocus your energy into the present moment. Okay, because you may be stuck in the past, okay, ruminating about what has happened, or you're stuck in the future, thinking about all of your expectations, worrying about things, having a lot of fear surrounding this. Whether this is an ongoing current connection, or it's maybe even connection to an old situation, okay, where you've been hurt before and you're worried that this connection is going to hurt you in the same way. But I feel like you are being guided to lean upon other people at the moment. Okay, I feel like there needs to be this mutual reciprocity with your family or your friends or people within your local community. Okay, I feel like you actually need to get out a little bit more. You need to spend more time with other people. Okay, sometimes it's just even, say you work from home, okay, you spend a lot of time alone. They say idle hands make for the devil's work. So sometimes the more time you spend alone, the more you can ruminate in your thoughts. And so just getting out into your community, going to the shops or going for a walk, somewhere where there are other people, or maybe even if you're able to take your work to somewhere like a cafe, okay, where you can connect with other people's auras. Okay, you don't necessarily have to speak to anybody, but just seeing people will be very beneficial for you. Okay, I feel it will help you to actually get out of your head, which I feel like is definitely needed, because I'm seeing a lot of this air energy, a lot of this being up in the air, thinking about things. Maybe you feel like you're unsure of where you stand in a particular situation. And again, you're overthinking it a lot. So I do feel you are being guided to ground yourself as best as you can. Because then we have here, work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. So even though, you are afraid, I do feel you're deeply afraid of being hurt, or you're afraid of failure or something not working. But the thing is, everything in life is transient. Nothing in life ever stays the same. And if you're too rigid and expecting everything to remain exactly as it is, you'll always end up being disappointed. Whereas when you're able to realize that life flows, I feel like you'll be able to accept that more. You'll feel much lighter. You'll feel like you can stay in that present moment more easily. And so anything that's cropping up for you right now that you feel is testing you, it's testing your fears and your worries, you are being guided to work through them. Not to repress them, not to forget about them, not to push them aside, but to actually delve into them. What are you really afraid of right now, group 2? Maybe just spend some time. You could pause the video here for a moment, think about it. Think about what your fears are. You could even get a notepad, write this down, like draw a line down the center, work out what you're fearing, write down on the left side what your fears are, then write down on the right side what you could do to alleviate those fears. Okay, and what about those fears are actually going to happen versus what you're just afraid might happen. Okay, but also you could write down next to it, I am okay, I am secure. Even if worst case scenario things happen, just know that you will be okay, because oftentimes it's the fear of falling apart. It's not always the fear of the thing actually happening. It's your emotional reaction to it. Because say if you're worried someone will break up with you, it's not the actual act of them breaking up with you, but it's the pain that you would feel from that. It's how you feel like you would cope with that pain. So telling yourself, you know what, even if that worst case scenario happens, I will be okay. That is part of working through your fears and facing them head on, and trusting yourself that no matter what happens in your life, you will get through it. Okay, you will learn lessons. You will come through the other side a more evolved version of you, because sometimes it takes pain to catalyze the biggest of changes. And then we have you are good enough, full moon in Virgo. So that's also something you are being guided to remind yourself of, group 2. Say to yourself out loud right now, if you like, I am good enough. I am worthy. This is root chakra connected energy. Okay, so your root chakra may be a little bit out of alignment. So whatever you can do to ground yourself, walk barefoot in nature, hug a tree, connect with, eat root vegetables, okay? Or wearing the colors black, red, earthy colors. Black certainly is a very protective color. So I was pointing to these crystals I have here, very protective crystals, okay? But I'll say earth chakra, but root chakra, okay, is what you need to connect with. But also saying to yourself, I am secure, I am worthy, I have high self-esteem, okay, will all help to rebalance you. Feel free to use the comment section to write down your affirmations. Write down, I am worthy, that I am good enough. I am good enough for this relationship. I am good enough for this job or this opportunity. I am good enough in as a parent, or whatever you feel that your downfalls are. Know that you are doing the best you can with the tools you have at your disposal. Okay, and any mistakes that you've made in life, just know that you did your best. Okay, and you've learned from them now. And I think that's key, really, because mistakes can be very helpful, because they can help us to make changes, to make sure we either don't repeat those mistakes. Okay, and only the things that we can control, because of course we know we can't control what other people do, because that's also part of this. You may be trying to take power over other people or situations, or even over your own emotions, trying to stifle them, trying to push them down, trying not to even experience them. But you can't control those external forces and what other people do, but you can control your reaction to them. Okay, and again, I think this is about taking the power back into your hands and realizing that you do have power, you do have control over yourself. Okay, and how you choose to handle your emotions, how you choose to handle any failures or rejection, how you choose to handle your fears. Okay, then we've got summer, expansion and growth. Okay, so that's something that you are being guided to know, okay, group 2, is that you are expanding. Your life is about to expand in many ways. I feel like your home situation is about to expand. So you may be actually very close to moving to a bigger home. You may be expanding in terms of family. So this could be, you may move in with a romantic partner. You may move in with family, or maybe you will start a family. You'll have children, okay? You'll blend families together. You may end up getting pets as well. I'm just seeing all of this growth, but I feel it's really connected to your home life in some way. And I do feel it's also connected to your finances. And oftentimes, finances will be what also helps with that growth. And I feel like because of this summer energy, it's very joyful, it's very warm, it's very happy. So I feel like this change, this growth that's coming in, is going to make you feel much happier. It is going to make you feel much more settled within yourself. Okay, but it doesn't mean that you can't still do the work to work through your fears, to work through any low self-esteem issues, any obsessions you have about the future or the past. Okay, you can still focus your energy into the now, the actions you take on a daily basis, on a daily basis. Okay, and then we have tend, maintenance, encouragement, and guidance. Okay, so this is like tending to your garden, doing the work. Okay, look, there's the spade and there's the rake here. You know, this is like the metaphorical garden of your soul. Okay, so do the inner work. There does need to be some maintenance. Okay, it's like the self-work never really stops. Okay, it's like you may always have to remind yourself to remain present, especially if you have any kind of obsessive tendencies. You may always have to try to find ways to balance yourself, find ways to ground yourself in the present moment. You know, picking up a meditation practice, for example, will be something you have to continue. It's not something you do once and then you forget about. It's something you have to continue doing, like gardening. Okay, you can't just plant the seeds. You have to nurture them to help them grow. You have to water them. You have to make sure they've got enough sunlight. You have to prune them. You may have to repot them or plant them in a different space. You know, there is the spiritual maintenance that you need to do for yourself. Okay, and of course the maintenance of the practical things in your life as well. Okay, so this is like maintaining relationships too. It's like you can't just say do one nice thing or say have one nice conversation with somebody and that's it. It's like all relationships take work. They take daily efforts in order to nurture them, to help them grow, for them to be supported. Okay, so I feel like that's something you're also being guided to know, that it's okay. You know, there are certain things in life that are finite. Once you've done them, you've done them. And other things in life that you have to keep maintaining, you have to keep focusing on in order for them to grow. And you need nourishment. Okay, so I feel like you are being guided to focus on yourself, focus on your self-nourishment, make sure you're eating good foods, you're looking after your own personal well-being, looking after your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health. Okay, as they say, you can't pour from an empty cup, so fill up your cup. Okay, make sure that you do everything you can that makes you feel good. Even doing something artistic, I feel like may be helpful. Okay, or even doing gardening or buying yourself flowers. Okay, it's like if you want to attract someone to buy flowers into your life, you don't have to wait for them to buy you flowers. Buy yourself flowers, and they may come round and see that you always have flowers there. So they may just subconsciously take it in. Oh, group 2 loves flowers. I'm going to buy them flowers. Okay, but it's like if there are no flowers there and you never tell them that you like flowers, they may not think to buy you flowers. And so that's something that you can do to cultivate what you desire into your life. You don't have to take a back seat or wait for somebody else to do this for you. You can do it yourself. Okay, then we've got Swan, graceful transformation, soften your heart and find your flow. Okay, so this connects to the heart chakra. Okay, I feel like you are being guided to focus on the root and your heart. Now, heart chakra connects to unconditional love and forgiveness. So this could also be a really good activity for you, is to write a list of the people that have wronged you and write down next to it, I forgive you. It's a really challenging thing to do, but it's one of the best ways to help heal the heart. Okay, and when your heart is healed, your love will be overflowing. You will be exuding that aura of love, and then you will start to attract love into your life. But even the imagery or the symbology of swans is something very loving, because swans mate for life. Okay, so maybe you could paint a picture of swans or buy a picture of swans and hang it up. I've been really into feng shui lately and the bagwas of the house, and there's different corners and areas of the house that relate to different areas of life. And there's a love corner, for example, which is in the far right corner of your house from where your front door is. Okay. Now, you could hang a picture of swans there, or put some red or pink candles in, in twos. Okay, symbols of twos. If you're trying to attract love into your life, trying to attract love into your relationship, this is something that you could do. It's the little steps that you take that make up the bigger picture. Okay, but even just say walking past a picture of swans every day, you may not consciously notice it, but it will sink into your subconscious. Okay, and you will start to attract this into your life. And it's funny because as I've been really into this Bagua Feng Shui, I'm noticing things with the imagery more and more. So I was watching a film, it was like a rom-com film, quite an old film. It's You've Got Mail. I think it was the 90s or the noughties, but it's one of my favorite films. And Meg Ryan in this, I noticed at the end, she had pictures of swans in her house, and she started off in a relationship and she ended up in another relationship, but there was always love coming to her in many ways, and I just felt like the swans really symbolized that, but also her softness and her grace. She had a lot of grace and dignity and integrity in that movie. So yeah, but also this very sweet, loving nature to her, but also a tenacity. But yeah, I just feel like it doesn't have to be swans. It can be anything that symbolizes love for you. Okay, even placing some rose quartz crystals in those areas, or by your bedside table, somewhere that you spend a lot of time in. Okay, and this will help you to soften to love and to go through this beautiful and graceful transformation. And then we've got Panda, balance. Ask how to bring balance to the situation and into your heart. So again, more connection to the heart is coming through for you, group 2. Yeah, I really feel like there needs to be more connection to your heart. Okay, allowing yourself to feel that unconditional love for other people, extending that love outwards and accepting that love in return, because you may sometimes have natural avoidant tendencies, especially after what you've been through. You may push people away, or you may struggle to open up emotionally or lovingly. So I feel like the more you can start to do that, and again, that will be very hard for you to do at times. This may be one of your greatest fears, is really opening up, being vulnerable, but then being hurt from the reaction. But again, see it as a strength. See it as, again, it doesn't matter how they react or what they say. I know that I've done my best. I've opened my heart. I've offered my love. I've offered up my vulnerability. And that was a strength of mine because it was something hard to do. So see that as being proud of yourself. Love yourself for all of the wonderful things you do for you. See it as coming from a place of self-care. Okay, self-care is definitely something that I feel you need. Okay, and again, it's something you will need to maintain, something that you need to continue cultivating throughout your life. You can't, again, just do like one facial and expect, your self-love to always be there. Okay, it's like you have to continue doing those facials, continue doing your artwork, what makes you happy, continue working on your relationships, continue working on your health, your physicality, your emotions, whatever that may be for you. Again, a lot of the times it's all of these things in tandem. It's finding that beautiful sense of balance. Okay, doing all of those things that feel good for you. Okay, and then watch how all of this starts to come into your life outwardly as well. Okay, now again, it may not come from specific people, but again, if you offer up that love, you're putting out that energy vibration of love. So you will start to attract it in. It may not be, like I said, from those specific people, always the specific people that you desire, but it will come from, it can come from many different directions. It can come from friends. It can come from families. It can come from new romantic connections. But I do feel you are being guided to know, regardless, that there is this person here who cares about you just as much as you care about them. Now, it may not be the healthiest of connections at time. You may be wondering whether you should remain in it, but you could always put a time frame on this and say, you know what, for myself, I'm going to give this the best I can give it for the next 30 days or the next 6 months or the next year, whatever time frame you want to put on it, and say, I'm going to do my absolute best. Okay, and if it falls apart, it falls apart. I know I've done my best. but you also know you don't have to stay in it indefinitely if it's not fulfilling you. And you allow that other person a chance to really show you what you need and what you deserve. Okay, then yes, we have the Eight of Swords, which is a lot of anxiety. It is a lot of overthinking energy that's coming through. And then we have the Alchemist, which is the Magician. So I feel like a way for you to overcome some of your anxieties is to start creating. Okay, this is the energy of cardinal signs. So this is like movement. It's doing something new. It's putting yourself out there. If you want change in your life, you have to create change. You have to change up your routine. You have to change up the things that you're doing in order to create that change. And again, it's like how I was saying about the feng shui. Sometimes just moving things around the house can help to shift the energy in your house, especially if you spend a lot of time there. Or maybe if you spend a lot of time at your office, okay, rejigging how your desk is, moving things around a little bit, tidying up. Or if you spend a lot of time in your car, okay, same thing. Obviously, there's only certain things you can move around, but whatever you can do to clear things out, remove your energy, I feel like will be really beneficial. Okay, and again, starting new things, starting a new project, doing something creative. Okay, and I do feel writing is going to be very helpful for you. So you may find scripting or journaling to be very helpful, or maybe even like, those coloring in books. Like doing a bit of colouring in, it's been known to actually help anxiety. Okay, I use these sometimes and it really, really does help. It helps to also bring you into the present moment. You're not thinking about the past or the future when you're colouring in something or when you're writing something. Okay, especially if you're journaling in the present moment. So yeah, I feel like there are certain things that you can do, moving forwards in terms of that maintenance that will help to shift these thoughts from anxiety and fear into loving, calm, peaceful, present energy. Okay, now, of course, anxious thoughts will always arise, and that's okay. It's having compassion for yourself as well, especially if you do feel like you are an overthinker. That's okay, accepting yourself for who you are, but knowing that you don't have to remain in those thoughts. You don't have to stay in this anxious state that fills you with cortisol and stress. You can come out of it. You can do things. You can create things. Do something with your hands. Keep your hands busy, which will then refocus your mind into the present and into something more positive. And watch how your life starts to transform. Again, it's like, I don't feel like it's going to happen like that. It's not going to be something that changes in like overnight, but you'll notice subtle changes. Okay, and sometimes the subtle changes are great, okay, especially if you are very anxious at times. Big changes can be very anxiety inducing. So watching things slowly change can be really great for you because you're starting to see the fruits of your labor. You're starting to see the positive manifestations or the flourishing of those positive changes, the things that you are actively doing, and then you'll start to notice things externally coming to you through these changes. So just getting some fishbowl messages now. Okay. So we have embarrassed. So maybe this is something you're afraid of, is to be embarrassed, especially about sharing your true thoughts or feelings. So maybe maybe you already are feeling embarrassed. Maybe you did share something and you don't feel like it was reciprocated. But again, embarrassment is something that's only felt within. Okay, I mean, yes, you can get secondhand embarrassment, but the emotion of embarrassment is something that's within, and it's a choice, really. I mean, you may feel embarrassed initially, but you can change that thought and say, you know what, I'm not embarrassed. I did, the best that I could. I was open, I was honest, I was vulnerable. Or even if, you tripped up and fell over, like that's not your fault if you tripped up and somebody saw you. That's just the way of life, okay? So there's no point holding on to that because that will just cause you negative energy and negative vibrations. But then look, we've got interior designer. That's funny, especially I haven't mentioned the feng shui in the other piles, so it's interesting that has come through here. So yeah, you could go through a little bit of a change at home. Okay, changing up the interiors, buying different furnishings. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money either. Okay, just you can, like I said, move things around the house that you already have. Okay, you could sell some things and buy things in its place, or you could search a little bit and find things that are within your price range, but it doesn't cost a lot of money just to get maybe a new blanket that's, a nice soft color, soft pinks or greens. Okay, I feel like you need more yang energy there in your home. You may have a lot of blues or blacks or, darker colors, more of the colder colors. So I feel like you need to inject a little bit of warmth. But like in your bedroom, you need a bit of yin and you need a bit of yang. Okay, you need the yin energy to feel relaxed, but you also need a bit of the yang, which ignites that passion, that fire, that movement. And you can maybe think about that in the different areas of your house where you need that yin energy, where you need that yang energy more so. Again, think about the colors that you have, the pictures you have hung up. Think about, different colored candles or cushions. Okay. Then we have sink or swim. So sink or swim is what it is. Okay. You're either going to sink or swim. And I feel like you are somebody that is a swimmer. Okay. You may sink at times, but I don't feel like you stay down. Okay. You will swim back up to the top. And I feel like that's what you're being guided to do right now, is to swim. Okay. We've got philosophical. So you may be feeling a little bit philosophical right now, maybe after listening to this reading, but maybe there's a book on your shelf that's connected to philosophy that will also be very insightful for you. Okay, we've got regrets here. So yes, again, let go of regrets. Learn through your regrets. Okay, don't regret the regrets, okay? And don't sink into the regrets. Acknowledge them. Acknowledge that that is what has happened. You can't change the past, but allow yourself to evolve through the future. I don't know what to say. So maybe this is in connection to this specific person. You may feel like you don't know what to say yet, and that's okay. If you don't know what to say, don't force it. But maybe journaling would be very helpful for you, where again, don't think about what you're journaling, just write. Just write whatever flows out of your pen, okay? Whatever flows out of your heart, whatever flows out of your mind, just allow that to come out. And I feel like you will then find the words, okay? But also you can ask God or ask your spirit guides or ask the universe for guidance and say, help me to find the right words to have this conversation. Okay, and they will come to you if you're patient. So then we've got travel. So maybe this is something you're trying to manifest, okay? Or maybe something, I feel like it's something you're going to be doing, okay? I feel like you are going to be in more of a state of movement in the near future, okay? So you may go on a trip or you may book a trip, okay? But I feel like the travel, sometimes getting out of your space, okay? If you've been, stuck in a rut, sometimes you just need to change your scenery, change your environment a little bit, even if it's just temporary. That can help to shift your overall vibration. The same with yoga. We've got yoga teacher here. Maybe you are a yoga teacher or you enjoy doing yoga. Okay, but this could be a new activity for you if not, okay? Or an activity you pick back up if you've done it before and you haven't done it for a while. Because yoga, not only is it great for the physical body, but it's also great for the mind and it's great for the emotions, okay? It helps the energy to flow through your body. So again, if you're feeling very anxious, getting into yoga poses, doing some sun salutations will be very helpful to shift that energy. The same with like moving things around your home. It's the same with like moving your body. It's like you can move the energy around your body. So if you feel like things are stagnant or you feel there's a lot of fear pent up or a lot of stress, you don't even have to think about it with yoga. There's no competition. You just flow very mindfully. Flow from one pose to another. Flow into what feels good. Let your intuition guide you into each pose. So this is what I see for you, the message you needed to hear by the end of today, Group 2. So I really hope you found this message useful, insightful. I hope it's brought you what you needed. Please do feel free to comment below. Comment a green emoji, any of your choice, if it did resonate, or if you want to share anything else. Or like I said, feel free to use this comment section as your place to write your affirmations, because it can add more power as well when people see them. And if people like your comment, it just gives it more and more power. So feel free to do that. Okay, and by liking this video and subscribing to my channel, it also shows your energetic support. So thank you so much in advance. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, the link to my website is below. I do hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye for now. Hi, Group 3. So let's take a look at the message you need to hear right now By the end of today, you were drawn to this reading for a reason. So let's take a look into this now for you. What are you being guided to know? Okay, so the first card is TikTok. So this may have some connection to the app TikTok. Maybe you've been thinking about posting something there. Maybe you've recently seen a video there that's been inspiring to you. Or this may be more so about timing, okay? So there's something about timing that seems very, very important right now, okay? We have higher power. And then we have a leg up. Okay. So what you are being guided to know, I feel like this is about divine timing. Okay, that there's something that you're wanting, something you've been trying to manifest, something you've been working really hard on, something you want to bring into your life, but you feel that there is some sort of delay. Okay, there may have been a holdback. Okay, it may be in receiving a payment, or in getting a new job, or in starting a family, or getting into a relationship. Okay, but I feel like you are being guided to know right now, group 3, that it is happening for your highest good at the exact right moment. Okay, which I appreciate may be frustrating because you want something to move forwards more quickly. I feel like this is something you feel you need now. Maybe you sometimes feel impatient, like you want it yesterday, or maybe there are multiple things that you're wanting and you feel like you're not getting them at this moment. But I feel like you are being guided to trust in higher power, in higher source, that it is going to deliver it to you as and when you need it the most. Now, I feel like this could also have a connection to some form of support with a leg up, okay? I feel like the thing is, you won't realize it until it happens, that this did happen in divine timing. You may feel frustrated in the interim whilst you're waiting, but I feel like when it comes in, it is going to come in this very supportive, loving energy, this abundant energy. Now, because if you were going to receive it now or previously, I feel like it wouldn't have benefited you in the same way as it will do when it comes in. But like I said, it'll be in hindsight when you actually do realize it and you'll look back and go, yes, I needed to receive it exactly at this moment. Not a second before, not a second after, exactly in this moment, because this is when I really, really needed it. This is working out so much better than I expected. That's what I feel like you're going to be saying to yourself, group 3. Okay, so we have emotions are running high, supermoon. So yes, you may be feeling very emotional about this. You may be feeling super excited or super frustrated, or, a range of different emotions, okay? Your emotions are definitely heightened, and that may also be what is potentially causing this to come later, because it may be waiting until your emotions have stabilized. Because I don't know, let's say it's a lottery win, okay? Just as an example, say you win the lottery, but you are in an unstable emotional place. You may then spend the winnings in an unhealthy way, okay? Or in a way that isn't going to be beneficial for you. You could end up going out and buying something really frivolous or spending the money very quickly and then realizing, oh no, I should have waited. I should have waited until I was in a stable place where I could have invested it, where I could have planned what I was going to do with it. And I know that's just a very out there kind of example, but it's just what came through to me. So it may be that some of you are going to receive some kind of windfall or a lot of money, okay? I am getting a lot of money coming through here. So like I said, it could be through lottery, it could be a bonus, could be a rebate or a refund, okay? So I don't know exactly at this moment, maybe it'll come through shortly, how this money or this opportunity is coming in, but it is going to come in when you are more stable, when you are in a more supportive energy. Okay, and I also feel like whatever this opportunity or money is, it's going to also help you to support the other people around you, because I feel like for you, group 3, that like, say if you were planning like what you would do with a lottery win, what you would do if you had everything that you wanted, you would always help out the people that you love. You would always think, okay, I would do this for myself, but I would do this for my parents. I would do this for my children. I would give this amount to my family and friends. I would want to do all of this together, because you would want to come up and elevate together with the people you love. You wouldn't want to leave them in the dust and elevate on your own. You would want everybody to be on the same level playing field. Okay, so we just had this one fly out here. So we've got confidence is your key to success. Okay, it's this strong, passionate Leo energy. Okay, so I feel like this is your message to be confident. Be confident and stand strong in who you are and what you desire. Okay, but Leo is also about fun, it's charisma, it's going out there, putting yourself out there, being confident, but also enjoying the process. Okay. Like you may have strong Leo placements within your chart, whether it's a Leo moon, a Leo sun, a Leo Venus, Leo Mars. Disregard that, of course, if it doesn't resonate for you, but I still feel like you are being guided to embody the energy of the lion of Leo. Okay, to follow your passions, to follow what makes you feel good, to follow what you find to be fun right now, because this may also help to distract you out of this waiting phase. Because you know what it's like when you're waiting by the phone, you're waiting, checking your emails constantly, checking your texts for something. It never comes in when you're checking it, when you're waiting for it. It always comes in when you're least expecting it. So whatever it is that you're waiting for to change, to come in for you, I feel like you're being guided to distract yourself for now and focus on the things that you find bring you joy. Okay, whether that's watching a movie, whether that's going out to a restaurant with friends. Okay, I could list a million different things, obviously, but it's always going to be personal as to what you find fun, group 3. So I feel like distract yourself with fun right now, which also will lift your vibration. Okay, when you lift your vibration, your energy, you will attract more to you. Okay. That's like rule number 1 almost when it comes to manifestation, is to bring your energy level to a high flying place, okay, to be happy as best as you can. Because then when you're happy, it's like, imagine, let's again say it's a lottery win. Think about the heightened state of emotion, how happy you would feel if you won that particular amount, how happy you'd feel with everything that you could do with it. You are in that really high vibrational place. So it's like, if you imagine yourself to be in that high vibrational place, you will start to attract things that will put you in that vibrational place. So it's like you have to fake it to make it, isn't it, to begin with? But you start, and the same with confidence, you start by pretending to be confident, and then you will actually become confident. You know, have confident body language, hold your head up high, speak clearly. Okay, but also don't feel like you need to fill the space with words. Okay, you can hold space. Hold silence is a confident move. Walking slowly is a confident move. Because when you look at the prey predator animals in the wild, the prey animals move much more quickly. Like a rabbit. If a rabbit sees a lion, it's going to run. Okay, because naturally it's afraid of being eaten. The lion will slowly prowl, will watch its prey, will stalk its prey, will take its time, but also because the lion isn't afraid of anything else. It's not afraid to be eaten or killed. So it doesn't feel like it needs to move quickly. So just try and catch yourself at the moment, okay? When you're walking somewhere, when you're entering a room, see if you feel the need to walk quickly, or whether you feel that you can take your time, like slow it down. Almost imagine like you're walking through water. Okay, that's how slow you almost want to walk. And the same with your speech. You don't need to rush through everything you say. Slow down your speech, slow down your cadence, take your time. Because again, it's people that are anxious or lacking confidence that will rush through everything they need to say, because they're almost afraid of people judging what they're going to say. So they just get it out really quickly. Whereas if you take your time, because you don't care what people think about what you're saying, you show confidence, you show strength. And as it says, this is your key to success. Whatever it is that you're wanting, group 3, you need to stand strong in your confidence. If this is about posting on social media, whether it be TikTok, whether it's Instagram, whether it's here on YouTube, whatever it may be confident, take your time. Okay? Don't care about what anybody else is going to say or think. Okay, you need to stand strong as long as you are happy with what you've done. That is all that matters. It's your own self-validation that really matters here. And that is what is going to bring in all of the money, all of the abundance, all of the love and the appreciation that you want and you deserve. Okay, what are you being guided to know right now, group 3, by the end of today? Okay, we have summer, expansion and grow, which I'm not surprised to see because this is again strong Leo energy because the sun is ruled by Leo. And you can't ignore the sun. The sun shines down with its light and its warmth, its heat. So no matter how much you try to ignore it, you can't. So I feel like moving forwards, you are going to be noticed, okay? Something about your energy shifting that is making other people step back and take notice of you. Again, when you walk into a room, all eyes are going to be on you. When you post online, all eyes are going to be on you, which may feel a bit daunting. But you don't need to show that on the outside. Again, fake it till you make it. And you will start to really feel that confidence within, okay? But there is expansion. There is growth coming to you here. Okay, I really feel like this is connected to your reputation, to you may even be on the path to fame and fortune. Now, for some of you, you may not desire that. For others of you, if you desire that, you are going to receive it. But you may also get it off the back of doing something that you really love, something that you feel is fun and enjoyable to you, but you may not be seeking out that validation. But I feel like it's going to come to you regardless, as long as you are enjoying the process and doing it because you really love it. I also feel like you need to connect more. If you feel like you need more confidence, connect more with the color yellow. So wearing yellow is connected to the solar plexus. This will help you to feel that sense of confidence. Buy yellow flowers like sunflowers. Get a yellow crystal like citrine. Keep that close to you. Or wearing a citrine bracelet, for example, it's like every time you look down at that bracelet, you'll remember, be confident, be strong, have fun. And then we've got mortar and pestle, integration, subtly, thoroughness. Okay. So when you think about what you put in a pestle and mortar, it is, sometimes you might just be crushing up salt. Okay, you're making it finer. But this, because it says integration, this is giving me that energy of putting multiple different ingredients into this pestle and mortar and mixing them all up together, grinding them together. So everything gets integrated in one. So there may be some sort of integration that you're doing, maybe through social media. This could be an advertisement of some kind. Okay, but I feel like this is also about your talents. I feel like you're being guided to blend your talents together in some way. So this could also be things that you're talented at, things that you enjoy, but then also something you can then make money out of. Okay, so I feel like you could be, a good idea would be for you to write a list. Write a list on one side, like all the things you love to do. Again, no judgment, no really forward thinking about it. Just think, what do I love to do? What are those things I would do if nobody else was around? If I lived on an island on my own, what would I do? Write down a list of those things. Then write down a list of things that you're naturally good at. Okay, and then you might have some things that cross over as well. And then see, okay, which of these things could I start a business in? Which of these things could I make money in? Which of these things could I get famous for if that's something that you do desire? Okay, connect all of the dots. I feel like that's what you are being guided to do. Be thorough. Now, let me see what else is coming through here. It's a very strong message. Like, even I feel strong as I'm putting this across. So I have no idea if this is really going to resonate with you. If this is making any sense, please do comment below. Comment a yellow emoji. Let me know because, like I said, it seems very, very specific. Okay, what else are you needing to know right now and by the end of today? Group number 3. Okay, we have crane, surrender. Let go of limiting beliefs. Be as expansive in your thoughts as your soul is. Okay. And then we have antelope, new pathways. Consider whether you are happy on your current path. Okay. So the surrender, let go of your limiting beliefs. I do feel that that definitely correlates to everything else that's come through, that you are being guided to like really aim high. Okay, aim for the big things, the big achievements. Okay, but also be patient in those big achievements and know that they will happen at the exact right moment. Okay, again, there's that element of being patient, but also expansive. I feel like you're being guided to not limit yourself too much. Maybe you've been, lowering your expectations or deciding, you know what, actually, I don't need something quite so big. I'm happy with something much smaller, but I feel like, and that's okay. If that's something that you are genuinely happy with, then that's fine. But if you're just limiting yourself because you feel like you can't achieve it, or you don't have the capabilities or the know-how or wherewithal, then that's where I feel like you're being guided to have more self-belief. Again, that comes down to confidence as well, believing that you do deserve it, believing that you can achieve it, that you can reach those unattainable goals, because they are, and say to yourself, they are attainable. I can and will achieve the goals that I set out. Feel free to use this comment section to write out your affirmations, okay? Because every time somebody else reads them, it just gives it a little bit more power. Every time someone likes the comment, it just gives it a bit more power. So feel free to write them down here or say them out loud to yourself right now. Say, I am confident. I have a strong belief in myself. I know that I can achieve all that I dream of and desire. I let go of limiting beliefs. I surrender to when the divine timing will allow this to happen. As long as you're putting in the effort, you're being diligent, you're working hard, you're taking the action necessary, it will happen. Okay, it's got to happen, it will happen. But again, I feel like you're being guided to trust in the divine timing of it. Okay, let your intuition be your guide. Okay, but yeah, I do feel you are being guided to take some time to reflect as well, to consider, is this the path that you want to go down? Okay, because with great power comes great responsibility. So say that you do want fame as an example. Okay, you have to really sit with that and think, could you handle the fame? Okay, because it's not all of just the positive things. Could you handle the negative or criticism? Could you handle everybody knowing your business, people following you, being paparazzied, Could you handle that? Especially if you have some very private signs in your chart like Scorpio and Virgo. These signs can struggle with, their privacy and needing to be private. But then maybe you have a bit of conflicting energy. You might have Leo, but then you also may have Scorpio. Like even in my chart, I've got Scorpio, I've got Virgo, but I've also got Leo. So it definitely feels like a confliction. Hence why I don't always like to be on camera. Sometimes I do, like on my TikTok, for example, now and again, but I feel more comfortable being behind camera, okay, which is my Scorpio Virgo-ness. Okay, but then it's like the Leo in me, the Leo energy, my Venus Leo does like to be seen. Okay, so it's definitely a mixture going on there. But I feel like that's something for you to really think about, Group 3. Is that something that you like? Is it something that you want? Is it something you really realistically also think you can handle? Okay, and actually think, would you be happy? Because they say sometimes be careful what you wish for. Okay, so maybe just sit with it for a minute. Think about the things that you really desire. Think about all elements of it. Okay, because even in your dream job, whether it's on camera or not, or whether you're seen or not, like there's always an element to any job that we do that we won't necessarily enjoy. There's like the admin, the paperworky bits. Some people thrive off that. Some people don't. Some people love the sales aspect of things. Some people don't. Some people like doing practical things. Some people prefer to do the admin-y things. So it's really looking at everything as a whole, the bigger picture. And the same with your relationships. Okay, looking at maybe you want a relationship, but is that something that you feel would actually make you happy right now? Could you actually find happiness and fulfillment being alone for the time being? Could you do that? Is that something that could actually bring you more joy than a relationship? Okay, whatever it may be for you, I feel like you're just being guided to step it back for a second and just analyze whether this will make you really happy, the path that you're on. Okay, is it making you happy now on the journey? Because it's all about the journey rather than just the destination. Of course, some things are a means to an end. Some things we have to do in order to achieve our goals. So we may not always enjoy that process, but we enjoy the end result. Okay, so I think you have to like recognize whether you enjoy the process or whether you can get through the process so you can enjoy the end result. Okay, but really take some time to analyze this. That's weird. I just had ringing in my right ear just then. Okay, which is coming through on the masculine side, which is the action side. So I don't know if there's like someone whispering in your ear. Maybe it's a man, okay, that's saying certain things to you, maybe planting ideas or maybe even planting doubts. Okay, but I'm definitely getting a masculine energy coming through here. They may even come in as a support to help you to achieve your goals, to reach the next height of where you want to be, to help open up new doors of opportunity for you. Okay, so yeah. Take heed. There's definitely a masculine energy coming through here that wants to help you. So let's see what else is coming through here for you. That's really interesting. That came through in one of the other groups in that exact position. Very strange. Out of all of the cards, that exact card, very strange. One more, please. Okay, and we've got the Fool here. So I do feel like there is a lot of anxiety within you at the moment. Okay, there may be a lot of worry, a lot of self-doubt, again, a lacking in your own beliefs, your belief in yourself, your belief in yourself to achieve, your belief to be able to even handle the emotions that come with it. Okay, so I do feel like you're being guided to try to diminish your anxiety. Now, I know it's easy for me to just say this to you, say, yeah, just let go of anxiety. But of course, it's not that easy. If you could just let go of it, then you would do it. But I do feel that you are being guided to do what you can to work through the anxiety, to work through the worry and the doubts that you have. Okay, to try and, I feel like you need to really get them out. I feel like you need to either speak about them, talk to somebody you know about them, or write them down on a piece of paper, then screw it up and throw it in the bin, or, light it on fire in a safe way or in safe environment, of course. I feel like, you need to somehow get out this negativity, this worry, this fear, because I feel like it's holding you back, because you are being guided to be in that Leo confident energy. That's what's going to help you to achieve success. But it's like these niggling doubts are like pulling you under, are stopping you from achieving what you deserve and what you need to and what you really desire. Okay, so whatever you can do to mitigate that, to try to stabilize your emotions, but also to acknowledge that your emotions are always in fluctuation. They're never going to remain exactly as they are. They are always going to change and shift. So even when you're going through a low period or a tense period, just remember to say to yourself, you know what, this isn't going to last. Okay, this will pass. This too shall pass. Write that down in the comments if you like, or say that out loud to yourself as much as you can. This too shall pass. Okay, because we never stay in a continuous state of anxiety. Otherwise, we would just sort of pass away because it's too much stress for the body to maintain. Okay, so there does need to be a natural fluctuation of this. But just say to yourself, this too shall pass. Okay, I will not remain anxious forever, and try to refocus your energy into the present moment. Because when you think about the past, you can be stuck in depression. When you focus too much on the future, you can be stuck in anxiety. But when you focus on the present moment, you are at peace. Okay, because those things you might be worried about haven't happened yet. So there's no point almost living it twice. Like reliving something or living something that hasn't even happened and may not even happen. That's the thing about worries and fears. But yes, there can be rational fears, of course, that can keep us safe. But when we overthink too much about the future and all the possibilities of what could go wrong, we're putting ourselves into that vibration of stress. So we are living through that stress and it may not even happen. Or even worst case scenario, say it does happen. You've actually lived through it twice. So there's absolutely no point in living through that. I do highly recommend listening to Dr. Joe Dispenza. I'm sure some of you have heard of him. Those of you who haven't, or even if you have heard of him, I feel like he would be really helpful in guiding you out of anxiety into inner confidence. Okay, it's all about how you talk to yourself. It's all about how you how you see things, how you visualize things. It's all about your emotional state and frequency, okay, that helps you to manifest things into your reality in the now. So yeah, I highly recommend listening to him after this video or later on. Just find one that resonates with you, or maybe there's somebody else that talks about manifestation in a way that resonates with you. Either way, I feel like something about listening to a video, like you might be somebody that really takes messages in audibly, okay? So you might be a great audible learner, okay, where you listen, or rather you learn in the best way when you're listening, or maybe audio visual, like videos, for example. So, you like the stimulation of the visual, but also the audible sound, like you take in a lot of that information that way. And maybe as well because you like to multitask, so you can stick your headphones in and move around whilst you're listening to something that is beneficial for you. Now we also have the Fool energy, and see how she's kind of looking up to the stars here. So I feel like, how I was saying about keep your head up high with that Leo energy. Remember this, remember your posture. I feel like that's something you need to remember at times, because you maybe even just check what your posture is now. Of course, if you're just naturally relaxed, you're laying or sitting down, it's fine. But, say if you are on the move, try to recognize how you're walking. What is your head position like? What are your shoulders doing? Are they all hunched over? Is your head dropped? Are you making yourself smaller? Again, like a prey animal does, making themselves smaller and less visible. Or are your shoulders open? Are they relaxed? Is your head up? Are you exposing your neck, which is that vulnerable area, okay, to prey? But are you exposing that? So you're showing that you aren't threatened. Okay, that is the energy of confidence. So, broaden those shoulders, drop them down, open up that neck, lift your head up, stand tall, stand strong, walk slowly, command with your presence, okay, because you have a lot of power. And I feel like you have these leadership qualities, group 3, that you are meant to exhibit and exude in your life, which is going to create so much wealth and so much prosperity in your life, okay? But it's also about taking risks, okay? You never achieve anything without taking a risk, because that's also part of the anxiety that may be coming through, because maybe something you want to do feels risky. Okay, you could feel like you're risking your reputation. You could feel like you could be wasting your time. You could feel like you're, risking whether you're going to get upset, whether you're going to fail, whether you're going to be rejected. But you never know if you're going to win unless you try. Like, how do you know you're going to win a race if you don't enter the race? Whether you've trained or not, you won't win if you don't enter it. You won't win the lottery if you don't play it. Certainly, I'm not advocating gambling, but the saying is as it goes, okay? If you have to be in it to win it. You have to take risk. Every successful person on this planet took some kind of risk. They didn't know how it was going to pan out until they tried it, okay? And they would have tried many different things previous to that and failed, but they kept trying. And I think this is also key here, is no matter how many times you have been knocked down, group 3, don't use that as an excuse to not try again. You have that risk-taking energy within you. You have that energy of spontaneity. You have that fire within you that needs that excitement, that needs to take risk in order to reap the rewards. So let's just get some fishbowl messages to finalize this for you. Okay. So we have hostile. So maybe you feel like other people have been hostile towards you, or maybe you're feeling hostile towards a certain person. Maybe this is something you're worried about, is hostility. Other people being hostile towards you in some way. Maybe that's what you've experienced previously. But again, let that go. Okay, we've got fashion designer. So maybe that's something that you're interested in. Okay, maybe that's something you could end up being very famous for. Or maybe even fashion designers are going to want to dress you. Okay, whether it's now or one day in the future. But this could even be about having an overhaul of your wardrobe. Okay, maybe again, it's like if you want to be in that position of power, you need to start dressing the part and feeling that energy of power and being in charge. So maybe this is about shifting the energy of your clothes. Finding outfits that make you feel good, that make you feel strong, again, that make you feel confident. Because you know what it's like if you go to the corner shop and, you're wearing your scruffy clothes, you're wearing your trackies, or, you've got your hair scraped back, or no makeup on, or whatever it may be for you that doesn't make you feel your best, okay? Or you've got a big stain on your t-shirt or something, and then you run into somebody like most of the time you might just want to dodge them and leave the shop. You don't even want to have that interaction. Whereas if you were feeling your best, your hair was looking good, you were dressed well, you smelled good, you'd always want to connect with them. You'd be like, yeah, look at me, I look good, let's connect. So think about all of the opportunities that you can gain from dressing and making yourself feel good when you leave the house, but also when you're in the house. Okay, because that's also part of self-love. It's not all about when other people see you. It's the energy of how you feel inside. So make sure you're always putting yourself together every day. And again, it doesn't mean you have to put on a full face of makeup or you have to wear, a complete business suit. But I feel like you're just being added to smarten up a little bit, okay, within yourself, within your energy, within your clothes. And then look, we've got try something new. Okay, so again, take risks. Try something new. Don't be afraid to do new things. Okay, so, okay, I'll come to that in a second. So let's see, we've got unblock. Someone is watching you. Okay, so there is somebody watching you. I feel like it may even be more than one person, especially with what I was saying about this potential fame and recognition. Like I said, everyone's eyes are on you. So I don't feel like it's just one person that's watching you, but that this energy is giving me that there's somebody that's watching what you're doing right now. They may not have actually reached out to you. They may not have offered you something yet, but they will. Okay, I feel like this is like this person stalking their prey, but not that you are the prey, because you're not. You're the predator, right? But it's like someone is keeping a very close eye on you. They're just watching what you're doing. They are sussing you out. Maybe they are trying to find the confidence to reach out to you to offer you something or to gain your attention. Because the 7th house here as well is about partnership. So it could be a potential business partner that wants to reach out and work with you or collaborate with you. Now, it could also be someone on a romantic level, because this can represent partnerships of all kinds. So it could be, someone that has romantic feelings for you, that has been thinking about you and that wants to reach out to you. So they may be feeling a little bit unsure. Maybe they feel hostile, or maybe they think you're hostile towards them potentially. And they're just kind of biding their time. They are waiting for the right moment to strike. Maybe there was a block. Maybe one of you blocked the other. Okay, so it may be that block is now being released. Okay, so this allows these people to cross the threshold. This is you dropping your boundaries a little bit. And not in a weak sense, but in the sense like you're allowing people to come in, allowing people to connect with you, allowing people to help and support you. Okay, so I definitely feel like you're releasing a lot of blocks, emotionally, mentally, energetically, okay, and certainly communicatively with other people. And we have detached. So I feel like this is also your energy moving forwards. I feel like you are going to start being a little bit more emotionally detached, not so invested, not so anxious, not so intense with your emotions. I feel like this is you being able to kind of put your emotions to the side here. Like you deal with them when you need to, but it's not like you're letting your emotions rule everything that you're doing, okay? And I feel like this is also you becoming detached from the outcome, detached from the timing, okay? Because again, you know how we started off in the beginning about timing and about patience. I feel like this is also you feeling, you know what, I'm going to detach somewhat from when this is going to happen. I'm going to let it go. I know and trust that it will happen exactly when it's meant to. So trust in yourself, trust in God, trust in the universe, trust in your spirit guides, trust in divine timing, okay? That it's all going to work out exactly as you need to in the perfect time. So group 3, I really do hope that this resonates with you. If it does, please comment, as I said before, a yellow emoji or anything else you wish to share. Or like I said, please use this comment section as your place to write your affirmations or what you're wishing to manifest. And if you did enjoy this reading today, please give the video a like and subscribe to my channel, as it does show your energetic support and it also really helps me out a lot. So thank you so much in advance. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, the link to my website is below. I do hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye for now.